Hey guys, it's Linda Winter, and I have my day 2 of my 6 days of Christmas. If you didn't see my day 1, it's not too late to take advantage. You can still get my mitten template and my hat template. The hat templates come in 7 sizes, and the mittens, it's one size fits most. Depending on the type of fabric, you have a lot of play with that. Those are still 20% off, so if you want to take advantage of that, that's a great thing to do. Go watch that video so you can see a little bit more about that. Today we're doing towel toppers and kitchen stuff. So kitchen, Christmas in the kitchen is what we're going to be doing. Today, this guy here and this guy here, these are the ones that I'm going to be featuring. You get 20% off today, Monday and Tuesday, and I also am doing a special. If you buy the templates to make these two, I'm going to throw in a towel for you to be able to use towels, and then I'm also going to throw in one of the metallic markers. Why do I want a permanent metallic marker? There's lots of etchings on the template. They're hard to see, and if you do want to do something that takes advantage of that, then being able to have those outlined makes a big difference. I am going to have, for anybody that purchases, a set of the templates here for you to be able to trace and do the little bit of outlining and things like that that you need. My beard, for instance, I sewed right sides together and turned it so that I didn't have to do a satin stitch. I don't always like a satin stitch there, so I have a finished edge and then I top stitch around the edge. So I'll have those paper patterns that anybody that purchases will be able to take advantage of that. If you're going to do a mug rug or a pot holder or a hot plate or whatever, you want to be considerate of things that might actually interfere. If you're going to use this and really use this, then all of this except for this would be great. And you could have just even done a little bit of an applique of a nose if you wanted to, or left the nose off. This can be a Santa, it can be a gnome, and these are not just Christmas. When we look at the hat, for instance, this is my holiday hat. It's not a Christmas hat or a Santa hat, because this could be for St. Patrick's Day or for Valentine's Day or for Easter or whatever it is. And this little guy here, Velcro snaps, buttons, you guys know there are options there for you. I'm sewing that button on with my Velcro on the back. So a button on top needs to be a flat button, not a shank button. If you have a shank button like this, then you've got to do a buttonhole because you'll end up seeing the stitches. And when you turn this guy here, you can turn it in this direction, and you can see how it goes that way, or you can turn in the opposite direction. You'll find one that you like in the way that it looks best. All right, so what else are we doing for the day 2 deal? My towel toppers. All of my towel toppers are also going to be 20% off. And if you guys have been following along and you know about my towel toppers, but you haven't bought them all, this is a good time to take advantage. I've got some examples. There's my apple core. Here's another apple core. I've got my little dress. There's a simpler version coming that's really simple. It's square, but I have 2 versions. This is the simpler of the 2 that I have available. My tab top, this has been my favorite, but I'm not sure anymore. So tab top, and tab top. And all of these are Christmas towels, but you'll go look at the directions that I have on my website and you can see I've got other projects done for different times of the year. And if you do kind of a more generic, then you can leave it up all year. Tab top template. This is the mask keeper. I don't have any of those samples out, but when you turn it, this is where the curve is, and that's where the towel fits in. The apple core, there's the curve, that's where the towel fits in. These are, if you're looking for the easiest, these are easy, but they're not the easiest. The easiest method is where you have a flat edge. This guy here, super fast, super simple. It's a curve. It's the rounded rectangle, and it folds over. Same thing with my box bag. This guy here, the point folds over, but the towel sticks in the bottom. The towel sticks in the bottom. It's flat. Same thing with this. So those are super easy. That's the same way with the one that I have today. This guy here, flat. Anytime you can do straight across, just stick that towel in, it's always going to be easier. I want to mention one other piece that I have. It's not a towel topper, but it is a kind of mug rug, pot holder, hot plate, that kind of thing. And it's the vintage camper. I'll have a sample done sometime during the holiday, but I sure hope you guys will do samples where this is all decked out for the holidays. You can imagine the camper with the blue, neon and the little Christmas lights and maybe a Christmas tree in the window or something. I think you could have a whole lot of fun with that. So that guy is there as well. So let's talk about how we would do this. When you go to cut, we have the no slip backing on the back of the templates. That makes all the difference. I'm using a napkin that has a finished edge. You don't have to, but if you are doing a napkin with a finished edge, that when I put the template on top of there, I'm going to hang off the template just a bit because I don't need to fold it up and stitch and fold it up and stitch one more time. I've already put my SF101 on there, that fusible. So when I turn this, I'm going to go ahead and cut. And take your time because we've got a nice thin area right up there. I'm going to cut off, and you see how as I turn that template is grabbing. If you're new to me, this no slip material makes all the difference. You can certainly go online and find towel toppers and print them out, but you cannot do the cutting over and over and over and fast and easy as what I did and make them consistent. That makes all the difference. We're going to stitch the sides together. When we stitch those sides together, we're going to turn right sides out inside here because this little piece is small. It's a small area. You'll want to use a turning tool. Philip's turning tools that he makes for me, these guys here right inside here, make a big difference to help turn that point. This one is a little bit different, that flat end there. I can literally push here. I can do this. Once I get that nice and open, then I can push here and push here and push here. And that big piece right there makes all the difference. These do the same thing. They're just a little bit smaller. So the stilettos are going to be a really big deal for projects like this. Once you've sewn right sides together, again, flip this way or flip this way and figure out what you like. When you flip it, make sure that this on your mat, I'm looking at the edge here and I want this, I've got it crooked. I want to have this lined up right here. When I have this lined up here, this is going to give me the look that I want. And then I decide how far down I want that to hang. And do all the buttonholes, all that stuff now so that you don't have to deal with that later. And then your towels. I've gone ahead and done my folding and stitching down. I don't usually do the stitching down, but I did because I have so much on my table. And you can see how I stick that right inside. Make sure when you do this, this is the bottom half of that towel. You can see the Christmas hats are going this way. I didn't want them going upside down, so this needs to be finished off. When I look over here, I'm looking that this is straight, and I want to make sure this point and this point are relatively straight. I don't want it hanging off of my stove and having that crooked. So there's one. This is the napkin. I cut the napkin to the right length of all of the other towels that I have typically. It is wider. So you can see how all of this stuff, you see why I needed to stitch that down? Because I'm losing all that shape. It doesn't matter once it's in there, but you can see. Look inside here and make sure that this is consistent, that you don't have more here or more here. And again, look at the bottom there. Towel toppers are so fast and easy. And to me, it's just a really fun gift to give somebody for the holiday season. Make up a bunch of holidays so they have them all ready to go. As far as the little gnome goes, you can do the gnome, you can do a Santa. This is a wood Santa, but you can also just do plain old whatever. This could even be just a plaid or polka dot. I've done the fusible or the interfacing that has the iron quick kind of material. It's the Pellon, the material that has it's made for the irons or made for the oven. All right, you guys, you know how it is when you lose your words on camera. We filmed a couple times because we had kitty cats. All right, so I've got my fabric here. I've got my fabric here. I like to stitch all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. So you've got these two layers and these two layers. And if you look, I've got that piece. That's my Insole Fleece or my Insole Bright. That's what it's called. Insole Fleece or Insole Bright. Those are the two brands. I want to have that going outside where the heat is. Stitch that around. Stitch this around. If you want to add a pocket on this, I've done a pocket here. I did another piece that I made a little bit smaller so I can choose to have the pocket going this way if you want, or a pocket going this way. Are you going to make it a pot holder that's for looks, or are you going to actually use this? So you could add a pocket on here if you wanted to. All of those layers, this, if I'm going to do the pocket, stitch those down together. And then when you get them stitched together, you're going to stitch all of those together. For the embellishments, you would add the embellishments. Again, I'll give you the paper template that you can have, or you can just use the template and trace off. But once all of that is sewn down, then you're going to take your binding and stitch around. The binding, I use the prepackaged binding, and I just simply start right here, and I'm tucking it inside, and as I go around, I'm just taking my time. I find pinning, clipping doesn't help as much for me. I just take my time. When I get over to the other side, I just make a little loop, and you can see how that hanger here, that loop, I've stitched it down, and then right here I've just left it hanging because I think it adds to the look, and it also means I don't have to take the time to finish off that edge. Okay guys, I've given you enough, I think, of getting started with all of this stuff. So back to the what is the deal. Today, deal 2, kitchen stuff for Christmas, but again, they can be used all throughout the year. Buy these 2 and I throw in one of the towels for free, plus a metallic marker, or all of the templates that I have that are related to my towel toppers, they're 20% off. And again, this guy, not a towel topper, the camper, not a towel topper, but I've included them for 20% off. You can still take advantage of yesterday's deal, not yesterday, but Saturday's deal, day 1. The mittens and the hats, the sweater mittens, there's one size fits most. The hats come in 7 sizes. Those are still 20% off, but I'm doing a deal for 2 days where you buy these 20% off. That's going to be good for the 12 days of Christmas. So that ends on the 12th. But the 2 additional items are going to be part of it as well. All right, make sure you like, comment, and share, because if you like, comment, and share on this video, on the 12th, I'm going to draw one of those names and announce that name, and that person is going to win these 2. Plus the metallic marker, plus the towel. So kind of a cool deal. Winner, opposite of loser. Winner Designs is my website, so winnerdesigns.com. My YouTube, Linda Videos, one word. And my Facebook, Winner Designs for Sewing and Quilting. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great time getting ready for the holidays, and stay tuned for day 3. Bye.